Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Orion here. I hope you guys all had a fantastic weekend. And for today's video, we're going to be talking about the newest campaign trailer that was just released for Halo. And I'm also going to kind of tie in something else that happened in the gaming world today as far as another first-person shooter, that being Call of Duty Vanguard, of course. But first, I just want to start talking about this new campaign trailer and just might give my overall thoughts on what I've seen here, because of course, this is now basically the last thing in line that Halo is probably going to be showing us as far as just the entirety of Halo Infinite as a game before it releases in December, of course. And so I think this trailer, honestly, and of course the whole story behind this trailer, I think, and what a lot of people are going to be talking about, I feel, is that this is very much a step up from the game that we saw about a year ago when it was first revealed what the game actually looked like. And, you know, of course, a year ago, they revealed to us a little snippet of what the campaign looked like. And that ultimately came out to not the biggest and not the most warming of welcomes as far as from the fans' perspective. Not many people really liked what Halo and 343 had to show us as far as the gameplay and how it looked and how the graphics looked like they were very out of date and how it just looked like a very old game put into a newer game's body. And so here we are now with new campaign footage, and they kind of talk about, there's some narrative dialogue in the trailer that talks about some of the certain things that you'll be able to do as far as, you know, the story aspects as well. And, you know, the story, as far as I can tell, is basically that our boy, Master Chief, our boy, Master Chief 117, is going to be looking for, I guess, Cortana again. And I don't know how many people are going to feel about the fact that we're getting another Halo campaign centered around Master Chief and the fact that he's got Cortana at his side, or that he's trying to find Cortana. I don't know how hardcore Halo fans will really feel about that, considering that story has basically kind of been beaten down a little bit now. I mean, how many games have we had both of those two kind of at the center or at the forefront of the story and the narrative? And, you know, ultimately, it doesn't seem like Cortana is going to be all that much in the game. As far as I can tell, there's going to be a new AI, which kind of resembles and looks like Cortana that he's got at his side. But that's ultimately the story. And of course, I think the main bad guy is going to be a newer bad guy. This is going to be a newer bad guy. I forgot his name, but ultimately the enemies that we will be fighting are the Covenant, and then the new ones are the Banished. And look, I'm all for new stuff, so giving us a new enemy to fight in the campaign, that's great to see. I love that. And I do believe that they were an enemy that you could play in the Halo Wars games, like Halo Wars 2, for example. I believe you were fighting those guys in that game. But that was Halo Wars, which was a StarCraft. Halo Wars is basically a StarCraft kind of game where it's kind of that, it resembles that kind of gameplay. So it's not first-person shooter. And so having them come over to the first-person shooter side of things, I think that ultimately will help the story a little bit more and give you a newer experience when fighting these different enemies. And so, and of course, we don't have the Prometheans this time around like we did in the last two Halo games with Halo 4 and Halo 5. For the last two games, it would be the Covenant and then the Prometheans that you would fight. And we don't have that this time around. It's now the Covenant and the Banished. So that should be interesting from a story perspective. Overall, when it comes to the gameplay side of things, I think the game genuinely looks so much better. I really do believe this game looks a lot better than what we got originally last year. I thought the gameplay looked fine. I think it looks good. If I'm being fully honest with everybody, I think it looks better. I think the graphics look like they've been beefed up a little bit. It looks like after that big, massive delay that they put out, it looks like they've put their time into the game and fixed up a lot of things. And ultimately, I think that delay was very, very needed, and you can clearly tell how much more that delay was needed. Again, it looks like they've buffed some things up. It looks like they've fixed a few things with the graphics and how the gameplay looks. And so, look, Great. Good on you, 343. Good on you for doing that. I really appreciate that you guys, even if the delay was a massive delay, like almost a year or more delay, I appreciate that you guys went back and tuned some things, gave us some good new looks into the gameplay as far as the multiplayer side and the campaign side. So good on you guys for doing that. Now, when it comes to the narratives that I'm going to be throwing out now, or at least one of the main narratives that I've seen thrown out, is that there's some people who are probably not going to get attached to this. And ultimately, one of those people who I very much respect and I love because he's my favorite streamer out there right now is Dr. Disrespect. I saw he did a little reaction to this campaign trailer, and he wasn't on board. He said it didn't pull him in, and that ultimately a battle royale is needed for this game, and that the game wouldn't last 3 weeks without a battle royale. Now, of course, that's just completely not true. Any person that thinks that this game is not going to last more than 3 weeks, I don't think understands a lot of how first-person shooters work. Most, if not all, first-person shooters at least last about a month. That's genuinely how most first-person shooters have gone in recent memory. I don't think there's ever really been one game, like an entire game, that has not lasted more than a month. I cannot recall a game. And if anybody can recall a game in recent times that after about 3 weeks or 4 weeks or however long, it was just not being played. It was basically dying out and nobody cared. I would like to hear that down below in the comment section. Let me know if there has been a recent game in time, and I'll kind of give my thoughts on that. But ultimately, this whole narrative around battle royales, look, I feel like I've said it before on this channel, how I feel about battle royales. Not every game needs a battle royale. That is just plain and simple. That's just the truth. That's the truth. Not every game needs a battle royale. Now, Halo, on the other hand, they've never had one before. So if I'm being honest, would I be as opposed to Halo getting a battle royale? Not necessarily, but again, if you're going to put a battle royale into a game, you need to make sure, and this is what so many other different games have tried doing and they failed miserably at, especially with a lot of the most recent battle royales that have come out for other IPs like Call of Duty and Battlefield. You need to equally put time and effort and energy into every side of the game. You cannot, and I mean seriously, you cannot put all of your resources into just one aspect of your game, kind of like how Call of Duty is doing it right now. Call of Duty, their main focus, and they've even come out and said it, is Warzone. That's their main focus right now, is Warzone, which really sucks because I don't like Warzone at all. And so, speaking of Call of Duty, they also released a trailer today. And no, it wasn't for what you think it was. It wasn't for gameplay. It wasn't for any huge aspect of the game. It was for a multiplayer operator inside of the multiplayer game mode of the game. A operator. They released a trailer for one of these useless, nobody cares for operators in multiplayer. And instead of releasing zombies footage, which by the way, we still have not gotten yet, I'm talking about in-game gameplay of zombies. We still have not gotten that yet. And this game, Call of Duty Vanguard, is releasing in about a week or so from now. It's releasing very, very soon, and we still have not gotten gameplay. I'm talking about gameplay, not just talking about gameplay, not just showing me cinematic gameplay. I'm talking about raw gameplay, where I can see the HUD, where I can see the round number, where I can see the guns shooting zombies and what the points look like if you're killing something. That's what I'm talking about. Show me that. We have not gotten that yet. But over here, we got Call of Duty releasing a trailer for one of the most useless things imaginable. Who the hell cares about multiplayer operators? Why is that even a thing now in Call of Duty? Why are multiplayer operators even a thing? It will never sit right with me, and I will never understand it. I would just never understand why that they ever put that stuff into the game, other than to drive money down our throats so that we can pay, or not even just drive money down our throats, so that people who go out and buy all these stupid skins just drive money into their wallets so that they keep putting this stuff in the game because they just don't care. They don't care. And this is not meant to be a Call of Duty rant video, but seriously, Call of Duty, they have such a lack of awareness as to what the player base and the fan base want with their game. Unlike Halo, or I should say, whereas you have Halo here, who they know what they want. They know what the fans want. They know that the fans don't want to see all this microtransaction bull crap. They don't want to see the fact that, oh, we're going to give you a trailer for something that you're ultimately going to have to spend money on. They don't want that. Halo doesn't want that. Halo knows what the fans want. They want the campaign. They want multiplayer. They want to see what's up with the game and how the game looks and how it feels and how they expect to play the game on the day of release. Call of Duty just doesn't care about that anymore. All they care about is your money. And I think that's basically the tale of two stories for today with these two trailers that released. But ultimately, this video is about Halo and Halo. I love what they are doing. I really do. I'm going to buy Halo on release. I will be playing that game on release because it just interests me. That game is at least interesting, unlike Vanguard, which I will not be buying, which is just the same crap that I've played in recent years. It's literally the same game that I played 6 years ago when Call of Duty World War II released. It's the same game, and I refuse to give them any more of my money to buy a game that I've already played. So that's what this video is about, guys. Ultimately, again, the Halo campaign trailer, it gave me something more this time around, and I really liked it. I like what they're going for, and I just can't wait to play Halo Infinite. I really can't. I can't wait to play Halo Infinite. And so that's going to do it for this video, guys. Comment down below. What did you guys think about the campaign trailer? And also, what did you think about just overall the narrative of what today was like with these two trailers that Call of Duty and Halo released? The fact that we got a trailer for something that nobody cares about, and then we got a trailer for something else that people do care about, and it ultimately shows what the narrative is right now around the first-person shooter genre of games. And the big ones, of course. So let me know down below in the comment section, guys. What do you think about this campaign trailer? What do you think overall about everything that I've talked about in this video? Obviously, keep it respectful as always. I would really greatly appreciate that. And if you like this video and you like the content I'm putting out, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Turn on that notification bell so you know when I upload video. I would greatly appreciate that. Guys, you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.